We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition last week on Thursday from the dip area to Friday into the rip area and today's pre-market. And today it's stuck in a tight consolidation here, and we're going to talk about what key levels to watch going into tomorrow. But in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 8:45 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY in this tight range between 411, 413 area, and we need to talk about what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot at 10:30 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 300% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index. As I stated earlier in the video, doing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area, and so far from the rip area to red bars. The last piece missing, if a full transition were to happen and go even lower, is white with red borders. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bear indicator on the 30-minute here since 4/12/82, and the outflows have not crossed, right? They got really close here, and this is a tight one within this volatility. And going into tomorrow, it's going to be crucial to see, will these outflows continue towards the midpoint and cross over to the downside, meaning that outflows have started to dominate? Because if it does, the weakness can start to reflect pretty quickly into the charts and retest the support of the day of 411.32, especially if this bear indicator continues to dominate over the chart. Now, it's not just the 30-minute that was experiencing volatility and weakness. If we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, the outflows began here for the first time since last week on Thursday after hours. Full inflows here from Thursday after hours at around 4:05, bull indicator at around 407, broke out, hit highs here 412, and right now it's ranging between 411 and 413 area, while outflows have not started to dominate just yet on the bigger picture, but they have began in today's pre-market and throughout today's volatility. There's been outflows that have brought things from way up here of inflows of 5.1 to lows down here of 1.10. So it's going to be crucial and critical here for these inflows to switch back from red to green and pull back up away from the midpoint. And that's the critical thing I'll be watching here. Within this volatility, could the 1 hour inflows continue to dominate? Because the 30-minute is so close to the midpoint, and if it crosses over, it could possibly bring down the 1 hour with it and eventually reflect that weakness into these charts pretty quickly. And a possible bear indicator can pop up to cancel out the bull indicator from way down here at around the 407.60, 407.70 area from last week on Friday. So something to not ignore and overlook here is that outflows have not started to dominate just yet, but they have been stagnating some of the momentum because outflows were bringing things down on the inflows here above the midpoint. But the reason why things haven't collapsed is because these outflows haven't crossed down. So something to keep in mind, and not just here on the 1 hour, but also on the 30-minute. Really close one there, holding things up, but really, really close to the midpoint. And it's something I'm going to be watching very carefully going into tomorrow. Now, on the 15-minute, we can actually go ahead and zoom in within the volatility and see how outflows did cross here in the first half of the day. And not just on the 15-minute, even on the 5-minute here in the first half, right? Which is when our SPY bot sent out that notification and things moved pretty rapidly to the downside in the first half of the day. And the 15-minute confirmed as well with a bear indicator up here at around 413. Outflows crossed and hit lows down here of outflows negative 1.4, 1.5 area. Found support around 411.75 and things fell to that area again in the second half of the day and bounced right back up. But the resistance continues to be that 413 area where that bear indicator popped up on the 15-minute and inflows crossed back up in the second half. It is under a bull indicator, but outflows beginning again. If this crosses back down, it could start to pull down the 30-minute with it, the 1 hour with it, and eventually get a bear indicator that cancels out this bull indicator and weakness reflecting into the charts and retesting the support levels of the day and possibly even lower ones. So I'm going to share with you guys the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But right now, this is what's critical. These inflow versus outflows, they're all really close to the midpoint and they are all red on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, and the 1 hour charts. So what are the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow? Well, the first thing is the support levels, guys. Today, 411.70, 411.50 area was a critical support, but the first support level below that would be the 410 area that I would not ignore here. That's where things leveled off on Friday before the next leg up. If this bear indicator continues to hold true, and if these outflows cross over to the downside below 410, if that gets broken through, the next support I would watch is down towards the 408 area. These are the critical levels I would watch to the downside, especially if the weakness actually rolls over into the 15-minute and continues into the 1 hour as well. So those are the critical levels to the downside. And if these outflows were to cross and if the 1 hour continues with that weakness, would a bear indicator pop up to continue the further weakness and confirmation with outflows to the downside and cancel out this bull indicator? Well then, below 408, I would then watch the 407 or 405 area. Now, if we get to those levels, we would have to reassess and see what's going on within the charts. But those are the key levels to the downside. To the upside, the first resistance is the high up here on Friday of 413.67 to be exact. And if these inflows could pick back up, switch from red to green and pull up the 15-minute with it and not stay red or cross down, and also hold true this bull indicator here from up here at around 412.50 area, I would then watch the 413.67, and above that then comes based off the history of the chart. It would break through a key resistance here where things fell pretty fast, where things rejected here on Wednesday of last week when it tried coming back up. And then the next level would be back up here towards the 417 area. That is a critical area of resistance. And between that area 413.67 and 417, I would also look at the 415 area. But that is the areas of resistance to the upside, and it's going to be critical for these inflows to pick up on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, cancel out this bear indicator with a possible bull indicator, and on the 1 hour, get this from red to green to pull away from the midpoint as well, so that those inflows could get pushed up with the momentum to justify the possibility of those moves, and for this bull indicator at 407 to not get canceled with a bear indicator. So those are the key levels I'm watching to the upside and to the downside. These inflows are going to be crucial and critical, as on the 30-minute, it is currently really near the midpoint and red. It needs to switch back up to green. And on the 15-minute, it is really close to the midpoint and red as well, as it is above, and it was just green not too long ago into the close, and it's under a bull indicator. So if that bull indicator stays in effect, could it actually double bottom before the next leg up? If that momentum picks up on the 15-minute and holds true, I'll be watching going into tomorrow if it can roll over into the 30-minute and the 1 hour time frames. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.